Hey there everyone, welcome back to another episode of, well, this is going to be a how-to episode, and we're going to see if the SSP LSV3 burst, actually you know what, the SSP burst itself, would fit and work in the brand new CF64V. And I'm going to show you how. Right, so we've got the CF64V right here. Now we're going to show you how to take it apart so that you can fit your SSP burrs. Now these are 64mm burrs. So let's see if the SSP burrs can fit in here and how we're going to do the zeroing. Now most of the work is going to be done over here. So we're going to flip it right like that. Be careful of the wire. Okay, there's a gap underneath, so don't let it get caught in between the stand. If not, you're going to be damaging your wire. So we've got SSP burr number 1 over here and number 2. These are V3s, okay? So we're most likely going to be testing both espresso shots and drip. So let's begin. First thing first we want to do is take this out. Now we're going to unscrew this, then a dial. Now 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to take an Allen key to take out 4 of these. Now for this set, you will only need the 3mm Allen key. So the Allen keys that DF64 provide comes in ranges of 3, which is the 2mm, 3mm and 4mm. So over here we've got the 3mm. Just turn left. Let's loosen all of them. There we go. Just enough until the head comes out. That should be easy to unscrew with your hands. Comes out like that. Very nicely done. There we go. So put them in a spot that you can keep your eye on and that they won't go lost anywhere. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna remove this. There we go. Get a grip of it. And voila. Now you gotta remove the fixed burr carrier. So just take this out like that. And now you've got both of them exposed. So as you can see, it's fitted with the DLC burr. Now you're gonna take this out. Let's work on the rotary burr first. That's a little bit tricky. Now, in one of our videos, you've noticed that when we're working on the 83V, that we actually taught you how to remove the augmenter. Now, that's if you want to do a thorough cleaning, you want to make sure that, you know, like, hey, everything's seated right, or you want to readjust the augmenter again to make sure that it's completely flushed in. Sure, by all means, you can do that. However, you don't really need to take out the augmenter. All you need to do is, well, this part I think we've shown in the 83V video, where you could just slot your screwdriver in here, your flathead, don't worry, and turn it. We'll do the same here. Now you can just remove the screws. I'm gonna do this. Okay, so compared to the 83, the augmenter is not too big, so you can actually fit in your bulky electronic screwdriver if you want. Which I'm gonna do because it saves me so much time. Of course, I urge you all, if you're using an electronic screwdriver, don't tighten the screws with the electronic screwdriver, do it manually. Hand tight is great. You do not want to round the crosshairs. Pull it out with your hands. Great. 1, put them in a spot where you can find them. 2 and 3. Just gently pry it out like that. Meanwhile, while you're at it, just clean the underside. Anything. You can just push them all to the side, it's fine. As you grind, it will come out. You're gonna go a step further. If you have a hand vacuum that can reach, unlike mine. You're going to fit on the rotary burr. So how do we notice the rotary burr? It should be written rotary right here. This one's the fixed one. So we take the rotary burr, put it in. Yeah, 2 fingers is enough. There we go. It's a snug fit. Just nice. Great. Now, screw it back. We're going to do 1 burr at a time. Great. So, like I said, if you can use the electric screwdriver, and what I like to do is do this simultaneously. Try not to roll across it. Hand tighten each of the screws. Voila! This guy is done. Next is this guy. So press it in hard so that you can catch onto the groove. You don't have to worry about the coffee grounds in there. So as you press in high enough, your screwdriver should be able to catch on. Clean out any coffee grinds that might be affecting you from taking out the burr. Okay, so to remove this, just turn it downwards like this, okay? If you can see the edge, turn it downwards. Try to pull as much as you can, okay? And it should fall out nicely. So this is how the fixed burr chamber looks like. Smack out any dust, make sure that you don't remove the O-ring from here. Next, always check again that this is the fixed burr, okay? So there's a slight difference between the fixed burr and the rotary burr. You can take a look at it because the geometry is slightly different. Over here, what I noticed is that there's 3 blade grooves over here, while the rotary one has like 4 in one set. So yeah, but best is to always just check the back. Line them. Take your screws. Put this on. This sort of locks it in place when you're gonna do the screwing in. Screw that in. Screw that in. I just like to do simultaneously, so that there's an equal amount of pressure applied. Hand tighten this as well. There you go. They're all flushed in. Before we fit it back, let's just take this out. Make sure that the augmenter is flushed in all the way, okay? The bolt over here, the nut, the screw is all the way inside, not sticking out. Make sure to check that with your 83Vs as well. If not, it will scratch against the cover, the carrier over here, and you don't want that. That can cause misalignment as well. Right. Hey there. Okay, so now we're here to reassemble the grinder for the CF64V. Now before we do that, as you can see over here, I have loosened the bolt for the augmenter. Why? Because the one thing that I want you to check is your rotary burr. So once you've screwed in the burr screws, please take note to look behind. Now if you can see, the screw tips at the end are sticking out of the hole like this. You're going to end up scratching your surface of the chamber over here. It's going to leave marks like this. Not to mention, you might end up causing scratches that can lead to you having metal shavings. Now, a simple fix for this would be to file down the screws. So once you've added the new screws, they should be like this. You don't have any of the parts sticking out. It's all within the holes, like so. So it's just a slight filing down so that it stays within the holes and it doesn't come into contact with the surface of the burr chamber. So now all you need to do, make sure that this is aligned with this. Should sit rather comfortably. There we go. Fit the bolt back in with the washer. Make sure you hand tighten every one of them. So this is hand tightened. Now all the bolts and all the screws that you can see are flushed into the holes. So that's how you want them to be. So now we're going to reassemble the grinder. So to reassemble the grinder, make sure that when you take the fixed burr carrier over here, that this exit is facing the small hopper with that built-in anti-popcorn over here, this fixture. Yeah, the entrance is facing each other like so. So face it down like this, which is great. And then, so once it's fit as such, put this cover back on. Make sure it's lined. There you put the set screws in, as such, and with some movie magic, then you put the dial on as so. The threads are a lot nicer on the dial, so it's less prone to misthreading. So please do not force it in if it feels wrong. Just wiggle it around till the threads set in place. So tighten that all the way. Right. Next, we're gonna put the lid back. Great. Gonna loosen this a little bit. Okay. Now we're gonna show you how to find the 0 point. Alright. So turn the grinder on. I've set it to a low 800. And now, as you can see, you can't hear anything. So just keep turning. Now you hear this sound, it's not that the burrs are coming into contact. So you're going a little too fast. So you do want to just go coarser and go finer. Okay. So at 45, 46. Loosen the dial, turn it to 0, a little bit past 0, just for the safety mark. Yep. There you have it. That's how you do the burr swap and the 0 point adjustment for the CF64V. Let us know what you think about this video in the comment section down below and what you want to see next. Until next time, bye!